I feel as if I'm facing this woman. That's what I feel like. Hi, everyone. It's a Janis Joplin weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have listened to actually several of her pieces along the way so far, including songs like, well, even her version of Summertime, and Me and Bobby McGee, and is it Mercedes-Benz or something like that? Several others. Today, I have a song in front of me called Piece of My Heart from 1968. This song was written by Jerry Ragavoy and Bert Burns, originally recorded by Irma Franklin in 1967. In 1999, the version of the song by Big Brother and the Holding Company was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and until her death in 1970, Piece of My Heart was Joplin's biggest chart success and best-known song. Well, it's a good one to add to my repertoire, I would say. This introduction caught my attention right away because the guitar is, well, in terms of introductions, what do we often hear? We often hear, okay, maybe a rhythmic setup, maybe a riff, a short little motif, maybe a hint of the melody that is to come. Usually those are the different types of introductory material we might have. Sometimes it's really atmospheric, sometimes it's just blasting in. This one, it has that real earthy, solid rock feel to it, blues influenced, of course, which I would expect with her music. But this melody that the guitar first put out, really, I don't know yet if it's from any of the verse or not, but it caught me because it has such an interesting shape to it. Already, we've started dum da 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 bum bum. We already have this sweeping shape outlined by the guitar melody. That in itself could be turned into a great kind of musical topic for a song. Maybe it comes somewhere later, but it's such a sort of all-embracing, open, let's go for a fabulous musical journey invitation. That's really what it feels like to me. And so right from the first few notes, I'm already enjoying it. And then da-da, even higher. Nice stepping down, and here comes the voice.
Come on, and I'll make you feel like you are the only man. Well, yeah, didn't I give you nearly everything that a woman possibly can? Honey, you know I did. And each time I tell myself that I think I've had enough. But what I'm gonna show you, baby, that a
Some chorus coming in there.
I want you to come on, come on, come on, come on and take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Take another little bit of my heart now, yeah, 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 yeah.
interesting. So we have this little descent, bum, 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 instrumentally at the end of that phrase. And then we hear a similar shape when she sings, if it makes you feel good, which links me back to the end of the introductory material where it was da-da-ba-da-ba-da, descending there. I just mentioned it in passing as it came and went. It's a great piece, and she sings it fabulously. She's giving it such a strong, passionate voice that I feel as if I feel as if I'm facing this woman. That's what I feel like.
Well, you know you got it. If it makes you feel good, oh yes indeed.
Okay, I'm listening to the guitar
You're
there.
out on the streets looking good, and baby, deep down in your heart, I guess you know that it ain't right. Never, 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 never heal me when I
Classic
cry.
Joplin.
Baby, I cry all the time, but each time I tell myself that I can't stand the pain. But when you hold me in your arms, I'm saying it once again. I said, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, take another little piece of my heart now.
This sounds like the sort of just open up the floodgates, let it all out, say exactly everything that you feel, and in that kind of deep release, after the storm is over, you're going to feel a lot better. To me, this feels like one of those pieces where if somebody were going through a really difficult time, stress, relationship difficulties, as the song is talking about, but it wouldn't have to be on the topic of this song. This sounds like this would be just one of those really great cleansing, healing, emotional journeys to go on. She's doing such a good job of letting us feel the fire behind it all. It's really great. I still have my ear towards this guitar because that intro, as I said, captivated me. And I'm curious to see if it was just a little something for the introduction or if it's drawn from anywhere in the piece. And I'm hearing small fragments of it. We just passed through some dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, arpeggio-like stuff. But it's not enough for me to really say, that belongs. It comes from. It's linked to. No, it's more like just consistency in material. And it's good. It's good. But I don't know. I just had such an immediate liking for that opening melody. I'm looking to see if I can hear it anywhere else. I like the way when she says, take it. Take it. And, well, she's singing, come on, come on. We're building up to that point. Then there's a little bit of a drum fill, driving us towards, yeah, take it. And when she says, take it, the next thing we hear is the guitar. Bong! Almost like that is the act of taking something. Or perhaps even if we're going to get a little bit, I don't know if I should even say this. I don't know if I should even say this because it might it might kind of diminish the music, but I think the music can handle it. I'm thinking of the lyrics and the context and this, what's being sung about. And that guitar there could be said to almost be her giving a slap on the cheek as she tells him, take it. So you might say that's a little bit physically violent. And it doesn't have to be. But my reason for choosing to say that is because it feels so much like this song is born out of real life experience. And that's one of the things that I hear when I listen to Janis Joplin, is that it feels like what she's singing about is really her world, really her life. And it's not particularly a happy life or an easy life. It's not a kind world, but it is so real. And so when you have a relationship like this as being expressed in the lyrics, if you just leave it on paper, if you leave it in the music, you can enjoy it in a sanitized version. But to recognize that this comes from real life, where there very, very well may have been physical violence, and to recognize that this is the kind of music which is also incredibly healing and part of the recovery experience, this kind of letting go, this kind of just tell me how you feel, is so important for people recovering from that kind of experience as well, or even just trying to survive in it. So that's why I chose to say that, because it is present even in the music. Although we can gloss over it if we wish, but it exists, and it's important to acknowledge its existence. Here it comes. And this bum, 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 which shows up, we heard it as the introduction was winding down. We've heard it along the way since then. It becomes an important moment in the musical design. And it's one of the things that you could almost call it a little bit cliche, because you hear it, it's very stylistically standard in blues and gospel style music. And it's one of those little sequences that you learn to do, and you just start to throw it in wherever it feels good. It's tastefully applied here, and it works so well, it actually becomes no longer cliche, because everything else is so intense, is so passionate. Everything is just pouring out. When we get to that moment, bum, 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 it's almost like it's signaling that, okay, catch your breath. This is the moment when you can take a breath and prepare for the next onslaught. And then when you hear it again, bump, 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 the buoyancy there, it signals that this is not a completely dark piece of music. There is a deep passion and embracing of life and all that it brings with it. Wherever your life puts you, there is this bump, 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 bump kind of happiness about it. And even stepping away from the way we might perceive it and experience it emotionally, just looking at the musical technical elements as well, we have these long lines, long phrases, smooth, carrying on. It's all moving along nicely. And to have that where each note is emphasized a little bit more. There's more emphasis placed on each note. And then the same shape is repeated, even shorter. Bum, 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 bum. And it creates a sort of variant. It also creates a sort of closure and a way of moving on. So design-wise, musical technicalities, as well as just the way we experience the whole journey of getting through this song, I think it's one of those little touches that sets the song apart. Because imagine how we would feel the song if that weren't present there. How would it come across? And I don't think that we would have such a clear and satisfactory experience. It could start to feel a bit laborious, and this avoids that pitfall.
Oh, no, baby. Well, you know you got it. Shine if it makes you feel good.
Nice. Here comes the guitar. Interesting, in this solo section, it's always interesting for me to notice the dynamics between the different instruments. Who's in control of what? And who is merely there just to fill space and time, and who is there to really have something to say. And in this solo, it's interesting to me that it feels very much like it's a duet. It's a duet between the drums and the guitar. And the drums are doing more than merely marking time and making room for the guitar to fill the stage. Instead, there's much more of a partnership happening here.
If it makes you feel good.
Here's the guitar. Drums are good. A little bit of a fill there. It's as if when the guitar starts to get a bit more active, the drums have something to comment about it. And as it's intensifying here, so also the drums have something to contribute as well. And the guitar even backs away a bit. The guitar even lightens up a bit to make room for the drums too. Here are the drums. But still the guitar is there. And another thing that I think is really nice in this song and contributes to the overall experience are the chorus voices that are behind her sometimes. I like the choice for it to be men's voices. I think that it is just the right tonal range. I think if it were female voices, it would feel a bit too... It wouldn't give the right tone for the musical expression of the piece. So, excellent choice to make it men's voices doing the chorus. I think it would feel too much like a show tune if it were female voices. Whoa! And the guitar again. What an incredible piece of music. In a way, it kind of reminds me of something like, I don't know, some of Beethoven's really stormy music. There's this storminess about it, but there's this incredibly deep embrace of life, as well as a very natural feeling. It doesn't feel like it was pre-planned or, well, of course, a song like this takes a lot of pre-planning, right? But it feels so authentic and it feels so sincere and so real. Well, looking at the lyrics, other than the first couple of lines, I think, just scanning through again to make sure I don't... Okay, so the first verse. We passed the first verse. And as I said earlier, I think it's important for us to acknowledge the kind of life that this kind of expression comes from. However, one of the beautiful things about it is that it doesn't require us to relate to it only that way. And this chorus, this refrain, I'll say, come on, come on, come on and take it, take it. Take another piece of my heart now, baby. Break it. Break another little bit of my heart now, darling. Oh, have another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it, child, if it makes you feel good. Now, of course, we all know that baby, darling, all these endearing terms are used for one's lover. But maybe it's just because I'm a mom. Maybe it's because as a teacher, I have also watched so many children grow up and watched so many parents, so many families struggle through those teenage years where it feels like the child is seriously out there to break hearts and to tear the most tender part of our heart out of us. And so as I listen to this and I hear how the song really leans into and emphasizes that refrain, the verses come and the verses go. They are a part of it. But I think that this can also easily be interpreted and experienced in that vein where it's not necessarily a lover's relationship where she loves him more than he loves her. And instead, we can experience it as a piece of music that is such a real human expression of how we feel towards those that we love, even when they do things that hurt us, whether it's our child. Very often it's our child, especially as they grow older and start making their own decisions. And you feel like saying, okay, just bring it on. Break my heart. I love you. What you're doing is killing me. But you know you got it, child. And if it makes you feel good, there's that sort of way of experiencing this music. And I think that's one of the reasons that I find myself relating to it so easily, is because I feel like it leaves room for us to connect to it however our own life sets us up to connect for it. We don't have to have been part of an unhealthy relationship, either in the past or present. We don't have to just have a good imagination. And yes, the music itself, really, it feels so good to just ride the waves and experience it as music purely for music's sake. But if we start thinking about the lyrics, I think there is plenty of room in there for us to find our own experience. It could even be a child towards a parent, not necessarily a parent to a child. Lots of different ways, and I love that about it. I love the fact that this feels so powerful, so real, and so relatable, regardless of how it fits into our life. So that's my first time hearing Piece of My Heart. Definitely one I'll remember and be returning to in my own listening along the way. And I'm looking forward to what I hear tomorrow. I'll see you then.